Hey listeners, my name's James.
And I'm Tim. We're your hosts.
You're listening to
The Waiver Wire.
And welcome back to the Free Money this is actually the Waiver Wire, isn't it, Tim?
What's the Free Money podcast?
This podcast. Free money, mate. I'm
DFS. Damn, you got me. You got me good, James.
It's just been that kind of week, guys. We've just money going everywhere, Tim, if I say so myself.
Absolutely. But isn't it always that way, James?
It is always that way. It's nothing new for us, I would say. Well, welcome back, everyone. This is the DFS update.
The Free Money update.
This is the Free Money update. This is our favourite episode of the week. It's our fans' favourite episode of the week, isn't it, Tim?
Well, nothing gets me more excited than daily fantasy.
Don't mind a good daily fantasy contest.
Well, is it a bit sad that we sit there all day and watch the basketball, just watching our fantasy teams rack up points? Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. No, probably is. But
I took off work today to do that. Oh,
well, we're dedicated to our listeners.
Got my priorities right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, Tim, we had a pretty good week. 5 of 7, cashed in 5 of 7 contests.
Yeah, I was pretty happy.
Not a bad return.
I mean, the 2 days we didn't, which one of them was today. Today was absolutely abysmal.
You know, it wasn't...
Well, for me, it was abysmal.
It wasn't terrible, it's just my players didn't go big. My lowest score was 22.75 and my highest score was 34.75. So, I mean... Good consistency across the board, just no one had a big game.
Well, see, my problem was the complete opposite. I had Joakim Noah, 9.5.
Oh, yeah, that's handy.
Yeah, and but then I had Tobias Harris, he got 40, Kawhi Leonard, he got 44. But I had Gordon Hayward, he got injured, unfortunately.
Yeah, same way.
He was our boy. He was our pick of the day.
That's it's his worst game of the year.
Well, he's only played about 6.
And he got 20, so it's...
I mean, Gordon Hayward's an absolute jet.
At least when he doesn't go big, it's not catastrophically bad. It's not like he got 5.
Yeah, no. Hayward's always going to put points up in the board because that's what he does best, and he's Utah's main man, and he should be. He absolutely should be. But it wasn't for him today, unfortunately. I'm not sure about his status for the next couple of games.
He should be alright, but make sure you're checking our page. We'll keep you updated on that because we like to keep people winning money and not have zeros in your starting lineup, so we'll be all over that, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So, who was our players of the week, James? Who was your player of the week?
Well, drum roll, please. Have a guess who it was, Tim. I don't even say. Houston played several games a week. The player of the Western Conference player of the week, the man himself, James Harden, had another huge week, averaging 60 points on the Draft Stars, and can't fault this guy, Tim. He's a little post that went up the other day from me through the Waiver Wire account. He's actually the first player to average 30 points and 12 assists through the first 10 games of the season. Think about that. Magic Johnson hasn't done that. Oscar Robertson hasn't done that. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Will Chamberlain, all these good players who have known to put up crazy stats haven't done that, Tim. And James Harden's the first one to do it. Fair to say he's the DFS player of the week.
Yeah, well, look, Jim has been in form, but James, there's just one thing I want to ask you. Even if Houston didn't play this week, would you have made him your player of the week? Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
you would have.
Yeah, of course I would.
I think you're on automatic. You just think he's your player of the week, and you're blind.
This is the easiest section of the week for me. I don't have to do any research.
You're blind. You're absolutely blind to the fact that Jim Harden, yes, he's playing good, but look at his price. It's outrageous.
He keeps performing.
Yeah. Well, my player of the week was Andrew Wiggins. He played a couple of good games. He hit 40, 44, and a massive 56 points, and I had him for 44 and 56, and I loved every minute of it. I came second in that contest where he got 56. Wish I'd entered a higher paying contest because I would have won about 10 times more money than I actually did, but
then the breaks, mate. Then the breaks.
Then the breaks.
Got to risk it to get the biscuit.
Yeah. Oh, well, hey.
Good performance from Wiggins this week, though.
Yeah, no, he was really well.
Not taking away from that.
He's the first player to score 47 points and only get 56 draft star points because he does fuck all else, to be honest. But hey, he got 56, and if he wants to get 56, I'm happy. So
All that matters is he's getting those big points. It doesn't really matter how he gets there, Tim. It just matters that he gets there.
no, because it does matter, because it means it's not sustainable. You can't get 47 points every game.
Oh no, that's fair enough. I understand, but DFS it's no season-long commitment. Just gotta hope he puts up big points on the day, get a favourable matchup, and Bob's your uncle.
All right, James. All right, let's move on to our free tips for the week.
This is what the listeners come for, Tim.
Absolutely.
They come to get our must-have players because I'm pretty sure we hit on almost every single one. We have a pretty good strike rate here.
Yeah, absolutely we do.
You can kick us off on Wednesday, I think.
All right, my man Avery Bradley. I've been really big on him since the start of this season. I got him in both of my fantasy leagues. Drafted him twice. He has improved massively over the off season and has added more scoring to his game instead of just being that defensive player. Yeah, so they're playing the Mavs, not known for how good they are at the moment.
They're pretty abysmal.
The Dallas Mavericks, and they are starting a rookie at shooting guard as well. So he'll be playing up against a shooting guard who has only played a couple of games, and Avery Bradley, because he's a shooting guard, and he's playing up against a rookie. Finney Smith.
Has he been starting?
Yeah, he's been starting.
It's unbelievable.
Exactly. So look out for Avery Bradley. He's been averaging what?
He's a walk-up start at that price.
Getting 30 plus.
Yeah,
every game,
consistent performer.
I mean, he's in a lot of teams too, but you have to have him
at that price.
You have to have him in this game, and that's for the big game as well. The if you're doing draft styles, there's the Thursday Frenzy with a 20k prize pool. So watch out for that one. Definitely jump on that contest.
Yeah. Moving on to Thursday night.
Gee, I wonder who it's going to be.
James Harden. Against the 26th rated defense in the league, being Portland. And the number one offensive player in the league will go ham. Tim, he's going to go crazy. We have a bit of history. I'm a Rockets fan. Everyone should know by now. How can you not know? But got a bit of history with Portland, and Harden tends to bring out the big guns against them. So not a lot of options in that slate, not many games, and I think he's a must. Even though he's going to take up about a quarter of your salary, he's a must. You've got to have him on Thursday. Just their defense has not been good, Portland, to start the year. He's going to score a heap of points, heap of rebounds, heap of assists. He'll do all of it, Tim. He's going to do it all. And the other reason I've gone with Harden is because of the slate of games. There's not really an abundance of stars in that. So there's some good cheap options, actually, that you can pick up to complement Harden so that he doesn't make too much of an impact on your roster because you can still spread your money out evenly across the rest. So people like Hernan Gomez from the Knicks.
Yeah, gee, we're feeling generous here, giving you 2 tips. Giving 2 players from our teams right here.
And Myers Leonard with the Al-Farouq Aminu injury. And Tyler Johnson from the Heat with Goran Dragic still missing games. You can look to add them in. And you got a strong lineup there.
Jeez, James, we were generous.
That's a generous day.
We were generous.
We've just given you. You don't even have to join the mailing list.
There's 5 games there, and we've just given you about 5 or 6 players around Jim Harden that you could just create. You've just created a team right there.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, are we feeling nice today.
You're welcome. You're welcome, everyone.
All right, Friday night in America, New Orleans Pelicans with their struggles are moving on to Portland. And Portland are probably one of the worst rebounders in the league, coming in at 26th, 4th last. So that's not fantastic. Absolutely not fantastic. Especially with the Aminu injury, they're struggling to get on the boards. They just don't have anyone big enough. Plumlee's got absolutely no help in there. So even though we've gone 2 expensive players in 2 days because, again, there's a lot of cheap options around. Anthony Davis, what else can you say? He's been killing it. He's taking New Orleans to a W. Like, if I don't want to see...
Not really, close to a W.
Well, they beat Boston today.
They did beat Boston.
I don't want to see a New Orleans team without Anthony Davis. That would be... Can you imagine? Just think of this. And a New Orleans Pelicans without Anthony Davis take on a Houston Rockets without a James Harden. That's not a match anyone would want to go see.
Thank God it's not first to 100 or something, mate. They never get there.
Absolutely not. Well, Dante Cunningham's going to drop 50, is he?
Probably on the Rockets.
Tyler Ennis?
Yeah, Tyler Ennis, what a gun.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Anthony
Davis for us.
Lock him in. Saturday, probably one of the most informed players in the NBA right now, Tim. Kemba Walker.
I love Kemba Walker.
Had a pretty short quote, around 14.5K.
Oh, that's cheap compared to some of the other point guards out there.
Yeah, and playing against the Pels on a back-to-back. And he's coming up against Tim Frazier, who, let's just say, he's not the best defender in the league.
Well, that's not why the New Orleans Pelicans have him.
That is not why they have him. So I just feel like Kemba's going to light him up, Tim. He's been absolutely hot from me. He's really improved his three-point shot this season, and he's just doing it all. He can get to the rim with ease, can light it up from outside, and that's what he's going to do, Tim. He's going to light him up.
That's Kemba Walker's biggest strength, getting to the rim. So he's learned. So he used to be able to just run anywhere, and then he struggled to pop the shot down. Now he's got that shot under control, and he can get anywhere on the court he wants just like that, and then pop the shot, and there's nothing you can do.
He's a going Kemba. He's really Charlotte has had a really hot start, and he's been the catalyst behind that.
Absolutely. Moving on to Sunday. Now, I've been a major fan of this man. I mean, we say he's almost in every week now, isn't he?
Yeah, pretty much.
Dwight Howard, fitting in extreme. Yes, James. Woo. That's funny.
Boo.
Yeah,
we don't want Dwight around. Nah, Dwight's a good guy.
I love Dwight. He's fit in real well in Atlanta, and they're versing the Knicks, who, let's be honest, stink.
Yeah, they stink.
There's not many other words we can use to describe them. I mean, they're better than last year.
At least, hey, they're a super team that didn't go. At least they didn't give up a 3-1 lead in the finals, Tim.
Yeah. Oh well, look at that. You just threw all the Golden State fans who were listening to us no longer friends of the podcast. But at least we've got Cavs fans on board.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Absolutely.
But Knicks bottom half of the league in rebounding, and Atlanta's number 2 because Dwight and Millsap just stand there and just the ball just falls to the. I mean, no one's going to get past Dwight's shoulders when they're jumping up, so.
Yeah, exactly.
So
he's pretty muscly.
Oh,
let's just put it like that.
His shoulders are bigger than my head.
Well, the Knicks have a terrible defense and they're terrible at rebounding. So it's a recipe for Dwight to
50 plus.
Make a mess.
50 plus. That's what I'm hoping for.
You know that game he had against the Clippers last year where he went about 30 and 30?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Repeat performance coming up.
Could break the record for draft size points, 100. Wouldn't that be ambitious?
I'm noticing a trend here, Tim.
Big men?
On Monday's game. We've got big men.
Yeah, big men.
We've got Andre Drummond, actually, on Monday.
But this is if he plays.
But it's interesting. I've picked someone to get hot against Houston.
But you should be.
I must admit, we don't match up well with the Pistons. And Andre Drummond against Capella and Nene, I don't really fancy their chances, Tim.
Well, James, you know what? I thought the Nuggets matched up pretty well against the Pistons. We have a big man. We have 2 small forwards playing a small forward and power forward. We have exactly the same shooting guard, Gary Harrison, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And then they had Ish Smith and we had Moutier. I thought we'd have a good matchup, and we lost by 20 plus both times. So that means nothing, James.
Yeah, but no, we don't match up well against the Pistons. I mean, Houston's managed to increase their actual rebounding rate from last year, which is a surprise without Dwight Howard, which is somewhere they thought that the Rockets would struggle. But when you come up against the best rebounder in the league, and Andre Drummond, Capella and Nene don't stand a chance. Nene is not the best rebounder, and Andre's just going to have a field day against him, Tim.
Andre had a little rest today, didn't he? He just wanted to take the day off, and Detroit seemed to play better without him, to be honest.
But I think the Rockets are going to have to double team Andre Drummond coming for rebounds, and I still don't think they'll be able to beat him.
Yeah, so
15 rebounds minimum.
Look, if Drummond does succumb to this ankle sprain and doesn't play, don't worry. We'll announce another player for your Tuesday games or Monday night in America time. Don't worry, we'll announce another player for you guys to jump right on.
But at the moment, with these, he should be clear to play. We're going with Andre against the Rockets on Monday night.
All right, moving on to Tuesday, the last game. Now, I like this man quite a lot. I think I've got him almost every time the Lakers play, Julius Randle. And guess what? Another big man. They're playing against Lakers are playing OKC, both teams who like to push the pace. Well, Russell Westbrook pushes the pace and OKC gets pushed along with him. And the Lakers have shown that all they want to do is score. And so in a high-paced game, Julius Randle will be dishing dimes, I reckon. He'll get the chance to get a couple of assists. There'll be a lot of bricks from Westbrick. And He'll be lapping up the rebounds, and he's going to be absolutely dominating Domantas Sabonis.
No, I agree with you, Tim. I think he's set for a big game against OKC. The Lakers have looked pretty good, actually. It surprised me.
Yeah,
but I think that'll be a good matchup for Randall, and hopefully Draymond Green 2.0 can give you the big points.
Yeah. Well, we've added a new segment, haven't we, James?
Yeah, we have, Tim. Do you know what it's called?
I apologise, everyone. James thought it'd be a good idea to download a soundboard, and he's having way too much fun with it. But it's called Value Picks, Points of Difference, and Notes. So we've got a couple of notes, people coming back from injury, some points of difference for you guys on the day that you should look for, and some value picks as well. James, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, actually, Patrick Beverley. This is just a note for everyone. Patrick Beverley will be back against OKC, and a little bit of history there with him injuring Westbrook back in the Western Conference the playoffs a couple of years ago.
And we all know Pat Beverley's not the quietest bloke.
So he shot 40% last year from the field, from 3-point land, and the offense is much improved this season, and a lot more space for him to operate. So, do you know what I'm expecting from him, Tim?
What?
Him to be lit.
The soundboard was the worst idea you've ever had. Anyway, my next note is Al Horford is returning. Should be returning to face the Dallas Mavericks. He's dropped in price because he hasn't played in the last 7 games. But we've decided we're not going to pick him up in his first game back just because he hasn't played, and because of his concussion he hasn't really been able to do much basketball activity, so he's just done running and fitness stuff, so he might be a bit off. But also that means that you have to steer clear of Tyler Zeller, who has been putting up some good numbers actually since Horford's gone, because he's been playing about 30 minutes a night. But that means a decrease in minutes for him, so also a decrease in points, so just watch out for that.
Yeah, just a point of difference actually I've gone for here. Drew Holiday should be activated at some point this week. And, he's finally back, Tim.
Can you just stop with the soundboard?
But here's my point of difference, Drew Holiday. He hasn't been injured. He's just been looking after his wife, as we spoke about on another podcast. And a cheap price. So I would definitely get him into my lineup as a point of difference. He should come back and make a bit of noise with the New Orleans Pelicans.
As we've seen with Joel Embiid, who he was injured, but he could work on his basketball skills because it was his foot. He could stand on one foot and work on his jump shot and other things. And look at him this season; he's absolutely dominating. So we reckon Holiday's kept his basketball abilities sharp, and he's going to look to
finish firing to go.
Yeah. So another note, one last note actually. Yeah, Kenneth Faried has moved back. Oh, Dave.
The Manimal.
Oh, the Manimal. Yeah, so the Manimal's moved back into the starting lineup for the Nuggets, with Nikola Jokic electing to move back to the bench because he's lost all confidence in his abilities and he's not performing. And he even said to Coach Malone, I want some W's, so I'll move to the bench. Good on him. But he got 47 against the Portland Trailblazers in Draft Stars. And he was only in 9% of teams, and fortunately enough, I picked him up, and so did a couple of other people listening to the podcast. And I just want to say it might not be an anomaly. He may put up double-doubles. I'm not sure if he will yet. I mean, Coach Malone has kept him on the court down the stretch. Don't ask me why. I don't really care why. For draft style purposes, I care for Denver's W-wise, but for draft styles-wise, it means he gets more minutes, more rebounds, more points, and more points for you.
Yeah, well, I actually, you know what? I never thought I'd say this, Tim, but I agree with you on Kenneth Faried.
Oh, jeez. There we go.
Just another value pick, because as Deron Williams continues to miss time,
how long have you been waiting to play that?
all day, mate. He just can't seem to get over his injuries, and will probably miss the rest of the week. So JJ Barea, very cheap quote, Tim. Under $8,000 in most of your...
He was 9K, I'm pretty sure.
Was he?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Oh well, still cheap. And pretty good performances as the starting point guard from Dallas.
Yeah, he's done
He didn't play fantastically today. Ended up with 26.
A little Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, but probably going to put up 30 points. Wouldn't be surprised. Draft stars wise.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty handy investment. Tim, what's that?
Is that an alert?
It's an alert.
Gee, Giannis Antetokounmpo has been moved to a point guard only in draft stars, James.
Oh no, that's shocking, Tim. Now it's you may have to alter your lineups a bit now to try and fit him in there just as a point guard because you've got big options there like Harden and Westbrook and Chris Paul who are all expensive anyway. So it really makes it. You just got to think hard if you really want to get Giannis in there now as he's only a point guard.
But the good thing is he'll be in a lot less percentage of teams now that he's only a point guard.
So it makes a good point of difference for your side.
But who knows how long this will last, James.
Yeah, who knows. Well, Tim, that's 20 minutes. We've got to get out of here.
Gee, just cut it off just like that.
Mate, it's 20 minutes. It's got to be done. Thank you for joining us, everyone, on the Waiver Wire. And Tim, as always, thank you for joining me.
No worries. Loving to be here. Love talking daily fantasy with everyone.
We'll be back here next week to win you guys more money.
Thanks, guys.